Late drama at Newcastle. Melbourne Victory season is over and Adelaide's 12-game unbeaten streak has ended. Hey guys, my name's Lockie. This is the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel where we talk all things A-Leagues and Australian football. Let's jump into round 24 of the A-League men's competition. Starting off on Friday night, we had the Newcastle Jets hosting Macarthur FC in what was built up to be a crucial clash. The team that was going to win this game was going to put themselves back into contention for finals, and the losing team, the finals hopes are all but finished. Newcastle Jets coming up big with a 2-1 win. And what drama late on in this game. I think Newcastle overall, when you look at the match, I think deserved the 3 points. I think they were the better team at the end. Credit to Macarthur for pushing the way they did late on there, getting that equaliser through Arabuli. And then Brandon O'Neill at the end with one of the goals of the season, an absolute rocket of a strike from about 30 metres out. Fantastic goal to, not only was it obviously a fantastic individual goal with the stunning strike, but the importance of that goal and what it could mean in the context of Newcastle season. We could be looking back at that Brandon O'Neill goal as a goal that has taken Newcastle Jets into the final series for this season. And for Macarthur FC, again, disappointing. I don't really understand the decision by Miles Stojowski to push Matt Miller out to the left wing. He's been playing out there for the last couple of games now. It's a bizarre decision. He's been playing so well, bombing on from right back. It's a funny decision. And some of those tactical decisions throughout the season have maybe let Macarthur down throughout the campaign. And now sitting second bottom, in my opinion, Macarthur FC, even though they mathematically can still make finals, I think it's over for them, as well as Melbourne Victory. I can't see them finishing in the top 6 this year at all. Saturday afternoon, my Central Coast Mariners hosted league leaders Melbourne City in what was a very entertaining game. I did a matchday vlog for this one and it was so much fun.
Into the box! Nip back! Yeah! Let's go!
Fantastic game, incredible game, so many chances for both sides. A draw in the end felt like the correct result. You can tell why both of these sides are towards the top of the table, especially Melbourne City. Mariners did well to hold City out when Melbourne City went through periods of the game where they really pushed Mariners back into the defensive third. And likewise for City too. I mean, late on, especially in that second half, there were some great chances for Mariners to go on and win this game. Dylan Wenzel-Halls with an opportunity late on, but as I mentioned, I think a draw, a fair result in the end. And even though Melbourne City weren't able to claim the Premier's plate in this match, they have indeed claimed the Premier's plate now, thanks to Western United's win away to Adelaide United, which we'll be touching on in just a moment. So congratulations to Melbourne City. Melbourne City are now premiers for the 3rd consecutive season, which I think is an incredible feat considering how unpredictable the A-League is. A constant that we always seem to have now is Melbourne City finishing on top. So congratulations to the City boys. And we did a watch along for the Saturday primetime match. Western City Wanderers, Melbourne Victory. Wanderers 2, Victory 1. Melbourne Victory season is officially over. And I look at that incident, that red card to Roderick Miranda. Look, there was some debate around it. For me, it's just a really, really silly challenge, and I don't have any issue with it being a red card. Melbourne Victory, though, especially in that first half, really took it to Western Sydney Wanderers. And if you look at the stats, specifically at half-time, it was quite even. Melbourne Victory really matching Wanderers, and it was that late first half goal from Brandon Barolo that gave Wanderers the advantage. But Victory came out firing, got the equaliser, but that red card just changed the game, and Wanderers were able to claim their second goal and claim all 3 points. A good win for Western Sydney Wanderers after losing to Adelaide a couple weeks ago. The draw to Macarthur last week. The win just keeps them in the race for the top 2. But for Melbourne Victory, what can we say? I think it's really heartbreaking as well, because in the past month or so, there has been some decent performances from Melbourne Victory. You remember a few weeks ago when they got that really greedy win away to Wellington Phoenix. And there was that chance, there was that, the door was still open for them to make that late push to the top 6. But once again, they find themselves at the bottom of the ladder and could be set to pick up just their second wooden spoon in just 3 years, which is unacceptable for a club of Melbourne Victory size. And then on Sunday, we had a triple header starting off in New Zealand. Wellington Phoenix 2, Brisbane Roar 2. Really entertaining game. A match that Wellington Phoenix needed to get a result from after 3 consecutive losses. Brisbane Roar looking to turn their good home form into some away form, and this was an away game for Brisbane where they performed much better than in recent months. Wellington Phoenix really should have won this game, though. I think they had the better of the chances. There was that crazy moment in that second half where David Ball hit the post 3 times in like 60 seconds. Jez Lofthouse looked good on the left wing. He won the penalty in that first half. Henry Hoare as well, with a couple of good opportunities in this game for Raw. This could be a valuable point for Brisbane, and it could also be a valuable point for Wellington Phoenix, who, even though they've been pretty comfortably, sitting in the top 6 so much of the season, with Sydney FC now winning and teams below in the bottom 6 now gaining, Wellington Phoenix were almost having to look over their shoulders. But my takeaway for this game, I think Wellington Phoenix will be disappointed that they weren't able to come away with 3 points from this one. Second match on Sunday saw Sydney FC defeat Perth Glory 4-1. A pretty big result for the Sky Blues, and this one was being set up as the big game for the round, 6th versus 7th. The Perth Glory, their away form has let them down once again. Oddly enough, I thought Perth Glory were better this week than last week when they drew 0-0 away to Melbourne Victory. They created more opportunities. There was a great goal from Zimmerino, his first goal in the A-League, fantastic left-footed strike, curling around Andrew Redmayne. But Sydney FC, this was a really impressive performance. There's some good attacking play. Joe Lolly was looking back to his best. Adam Alfondro on the score sheet, Ryan Grant even chipping in with the goal as well. It's a big scoreline for a Sky Blue side who is, obviously has been under pressure for so much of the season, just hanging at the edge of the top 6 there. But this is a huge 3 points for them. And I bet there was a collective groan of disappointment amongst the bottom 6 teams when Sydney FC picked up this result, because it makes it that much more difficult now for the bottom 6 sides to finish in a finals place. And then lastly, we had Adelaide United 0, West United 1, which is probably the upset of the round. West United, who have been struggling for consistency all campaign, the reigning champions, not looking like the reigning champions. But this was a result that very much resembled Western United's form from last season, when you remember they were picking up 1-0 victories all over the place, and it was a similar sort of performance from John Aloisi's side, that goal from Connor Payne, and then they were just able to defend out, and credit to Western United. But Adelaide United, I mean, they had so many opportunities to find the equaliser. There was a little bit of concern that first half when Zach Clough came off with injury. Johnny Yule, the youngster who came on, looked pretty impressive, had a couple chances himself to find the equaliser. But it just wasn't coming for Adelaide United, and I think Calvert said it afterwards. It was just one of those games where the ball just didn't drop for them. It didn't find the back of the net. There isn't too much concern for the Reds after this result. They are obviously still in a really decent position in second place on the ladder, but just a little warning sign now that I think that some of those bottom table sides on their day could, get the better of Adelaide United. So as we look at the table now, it is Melbourne City who have claimed the premiership, sitting on top. Adelaide United still in second. It's Mariners and Wanderers who just sit 3 points behind Adelaide. They'll be chasing the top 2. Wellington Phoenix and Sydney both now level on 32 points. So there's a 6-point gap between 4th and 5th. Newcastle Jets sit outside the top 6 by 3 points, as does Western United. Perth Glory 28 points, Brisbane 27, Macarthur 26, Victory 25. Victory season is over. It's going to be difficult for Macarthur to finish in the top 6. Brisbane, Glory, Western, Newcastle all have hopes of getting wins in the final couple rounds to jump up into a finals place. So another hugely entertaining weekend of A-League men's football. What were your guys' big takeaways from the round? Let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in a couple days' time for my predictions for round 25. Just 2 weeks to go. Really exciting stuff at the moment. My name's Lockie. This is Coast Watch Football, and I'll see you guys in the next one.